Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's SeKo Drinkcraft. Having myself a Corona and casting some recent Heart of the Swarm ladder replays. Have fun, says I. Playing as the Terran. In blue, bottom left. In the top right, it is the Gambler. The red zerg. Now this is a, I'm not going to call it a long game, I'm going to call it a healthy game. It's a healthy length, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit at the beginning. I decided this game that I wanted to explore the concept of proxy, factory, tank stuff. So I'm sending out a really early SCV. I've played Zerg enough times to know that you should be able to, miss it if you go this way. Oh, pardon me, I've already had a couple of beers, so blame me not. So I'm going for a supply depot wall off here as I'm throwing down my proxy barracks. In his base, we see that he's just macroing up production tab. That helps always. Getting my gas so I can move into a factory fairly soon. Excuse me. And nothing too out of the ordinary. Early expand from him. He has not seen this for all I know. He hasn't even scouted anything yet other than the Overlord that's going over that way. And I have a supply depot wall up the front. Just in case he just decides to counter by throwing a bunch of links at me, I can hold it off. Timed my gas a little bit wrong because this is the first time I decided to try this build. I see he's throwing down a spawning pool on his gas. I got my orbital command on the way. So really what I want to do... Oh, don't tell me this is when he sees it. Son of bitch. That's why. And I didn't even notice that. You know, this may have actually worked out had he not just completely scouted everything about me. I think what he was planning on doing is going for a fast third hatchery. And behind this, I'm trying to make a tank and a marine. And sure enough, here comes 6 lings. And that just kind of makes my day less happy. So we're not off to a great start here. I'm trying to still get out a marine and a tank. I'm going to actually use my SCV to try to bait his... oh, I slowed that down way too much. To bait his lings way, but he's smart enough to not send them all. I was hoping to be able to hide this marine back here, but clearly that's not going to work. Still going to try and get a tank out. Behind this, he's doing such a great job. I mean, he built a little bit of extra lings, I guess, and his economy's way high, and he's building tons and tons of lings. So maybe it actually did the damage I needed it to. What I was hoping to do is set up a little space back here, maybe for my tank to pop out. But no, the tank doesn't fit, unfortunately. So he's building another 12 lings on top of the pile he already has. But I'm going to lose my barracks, and if I'm not careful, I'm going to lose my factory as well. So once again, terrible start. I'm just going to run away my factory. And I'm going to have another drink. Yeah. I was going to go for some sort of tech behind this, but I just need to get out a marine. What generally a Zerg does in this point is throw down a baneling nest and go for a bust. Because you know that the person back home doesn't have anything. I'm throwing down a command center, so he's either going to bust me and I lose, or he macros up and I have a chance to macro up. He's putting out 11 drones right now, so if we go to the units tab, yeah, he's got a really good worker supply. He maxed himself out on workers. He actually needs to build more overlords. What a crazy world we live in. So he's sending his lings over. Is his speed done? Did he do speed? No, he hasn't done speed yet. Throwing down a bunker at the front. Two barracks, pumping out some marines in my command center. Still producing lots of SCVs. It looks like he wants to go for a bust. But I guess he's just a little bit slow on wanting to do this. If I can get my factory back in a siege tank, it might be in okay shape. I think he saw the bunker going up when he scouted, so he decided it's not worth his time to push. And I'm sure SeK's not going to go down the ramp. So he's going up the layer. Lots of gas. Baneling nest just popped. What's this? But he's doing the right stuff, right? If he's not going to kill me right now, you might as well macro up. So he's building more drones, upgrades, tech. He's got the lead in many ways right now. Oh, I scan his base just to see what's going on. I did want to see the layer tech, just to see if I had to worry about mutalisks anytime soon. So my engineering bay is going down just as a precaution towards what he might end up doing. Let's go to the income tab. Income shows he's got 3 times as much mineral intake and about 3 to 4 times as much gas intake. So Shawnee's not doing super well. Not at all. Going to throw down another barracks to the front here, just to try and help out with doing a wall if he wants to bust. He runs his lings home, so I'm not really sure about. He's still got more than double my supply, but I do have tanks out, and they start with siege mode, so I'm feeling alright about that. I do have my other orbital command on the way, and I'm continuing to produce SEVs because that's all I can do. Just finally get another expansion. If I was in this place as zerg, I probably would have taken 2 bases. If I'm not going to go kill the person, I probably have taken 2 bases, produced tons and tons of drones. Like he's at 43, I'd be up to like 60 or 70 drones. Get giant macro lead. Make sure I produce overlords to scout around. This is a great spot for an overlord right here, because you can't see it unless you have a flying unit. I'm sending out an SUV to go scout for a third, just to see how far behind I really am at this point. Maybe I don't want to know. Double orbitals finished, so producing lots of SUVs. Got my tanks coming, producing Marines 3 at a time. No upgrades to speak of, no stim, no +1/+1. Yeah, I'm in bad shape. But like I said, this guy, he's not macroing the same way I expected him to. He does what a lot of lower league zergs will do, is they think that mutalisks... Excuse me. Corona's come back to haunt me. They think that mutalisks are an end game unit, or a way to finish the game. Now mutalisks, if the person isn't prepared for them, definitely will just end the game. Right? They will just take out everything. But if I manage to get up my defenses in time, he's producing 14 mutalisks. What that's going to allow me to do is actually get back into this, because these guys spend so much money on fragile mutas, and so much tech and so much time, that actually provides me the opportunity to maybe get back into this. Fight them. Fight them, automaton. I'm moving in for my expansion, because I've got to start doing that. He sees this, I believe, with his overlord. Well, he's going to see my mules coming down. He's got his lings and some banelings. Pretty healthy chunk. He's still got just about double my supply, but I keep producing SEVs. I keep doing that. Now he wants to go and try and finish the game. It's +1 and 1 about to finish. But I have tanks in good position, bunker, marines. And something that I always recommend newer players is keep your tanks sieged if you don't know what you're doing with them. It doesn't take long to unsiege them, but if you have them unsieged, they'll just die. So my missile turrets are buying me some time. I haven't lost too many SCVs yet. I'm pulling them back to the other missile turrets. I'm bringing back my marines because I got them on a hotkey. So yeah, I lost quite a bit of SCVs. He lost 5 mutalisks. And I have enough marines here I feel I can chase it down. I did kill that changeling because I'm a boss. Throwing down some missile turrets for the swing around on the other side. Once again, this guy's economy, he stopped at about 47 workers, and he really should have got up to like 70, maybe even 80 workers, so that way he knows his economy, no matter what he throws away, he can afford to trade cost ineffectively, because he knows he has the economy behind this. Whereas me, I keep producing units, I keep producing SCVs. It doesn't seem like I have many, because I just lost a bunch of his mutalisks, but I keep producing them 2 at a time. Yeah, see you in hell, Overlord. And I have my mules, double mules, to help me try and stay in this. Tanks in a good position, pumping out marines, keeping my spending pretty low. And I'm supply blocked, because I like being supply blocked. I send out a marine just to see what's going on. He's sending in these. He lost a fair bit of guys there, but he's got enough economy, he's not too worried. His mutalisks are just standing still. I do have enough missile turrets to shoo him away or buy myself time for my marines to get back, but he's gearing up for a big baneling, I'm going to crush you and kill you right now push. And I've done this many times. When you have enough of a lead, sometimes you have enough banelings and you will just win. But you'll just win. You'll just crush through tanks, Thors, anything else. But he hasn't really spent... Well, he's got his upgrades moving along. He's doing a hell of a lot better than I am. I've got +1 attack done, but I'm just working on +1 defense. More missile turrets. I expect him to go way more into mutalisks, but he doesn't. But he wants to try to trade against my +1 marines with his 0/0 mutalisks. And I think what he's trying to do is just draw my units out of position. But I don't... This is not how you use mutalisks. Like, mutalisks are fragile. They die fast to everything. So he's lost all but 2 mutalisks, and he's gotten nothing done for it. He killed a couple marines. He's trying to take out the siege tank, but I have double missile turrets in the way. Those guys will regenerate because it's harder to swarm and they regenerate fast. But behind this, he hasn't built a worker in a long time. Whereas I still keep producing workers. So 34 to 46, I'm working my way back up. Got another command center coming. Right now his limiting factor is gas. If you look, he's got lots of minerals and no gas, so I don't know why he hasn't taken these next 2 geysers or a 4th base. But he wants to go for a monster Ling baneling push for the win. I have 4 tanks and a bunch of 1-1 marines. Just soon to be 1-1. Stimpaks finally started for me. So I've just got to find a way to weather this storm. This 2-2 baneling storm. 2-2 banelings. 2-2 banelings kill a lot. Damage versus light 43. I don't have combat shields yet. 45. Oh, they don't quite one-shot because they really close to one-shotting though. I am gonna go send off a drop though. I'm gonna go see if I can't take the fight to him a little bit, throw him a little bit off guard. Now I'm starting to get my money rolling a little bit too high. Producing marines, got my stem, but I gotta keep producing tanks. Oh, I'm supply block. That's why I'm not spending any money. So now I'm getting some more supply depots. He's finally getting centrifugal hooks. It looks like he's going to wait for that to finish before he attacks. He's moving up to layer tech. Lots of overlords. Like, he's maxed out his supply, which is really smart as Zerg. If you got the money and the minerals, max out your supply cap. You got no reason not to, because it sucks so much later to get caught by it. Where's that drop I sent? There it is. So finally sending in a drop. It doesn't seem like it's much, but when he's not building any workers, it's effective. I think this is sarcastic. I'm sure at this point he thinks he's won everything. But I purposely hold position my marines in a very specific spot. Move, because I don't know what he's talking about. Watch how good these 1-1 marines do with 1 medevac. Isn't that sick? F's. That was so sick. You should take out the medevac, I suppose. I'm not paying attention to this at all right now. I expected this to die a long time ago. But I've actually killed off a fair bit of workers. I'm gonna go kill the queen. I filled him in. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drop single marines into the banelings to try to kill off more banelings, right? Like 2 or 3 banelings for 1 marine is a great trade. Now this is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. Here we go! Corona, keep me company. I've got 5 tanks and a handful of marines. Alright, now I was okay losing that command center. I purposely let that command center die to trade more banelings because I knew I had another one ready. Here comes in the big swell of lings. Still 3 tanks and just a handful of ragtag 1-1 marines. Oh! He pulls back. Oh, because I went for a drop. That's why. I went for a double marine drop at the same time. I was going to try to target down this, but I saw the mutalisks, so I went hold position to kill the mutalisks. And kill as many of these guys as possible. So you notice now he's attacking with a much smaller force. That whole force together might have actually killed me. But, as a small force, once again, I'll let him run his banelings into my buildings. I have enough marines now. I'm going to come back down. Are these 3-3 yet? No, still 2-2. So I kill all those off. I dropped more guys back here, so I'm taxing his APM. I'm getting his pressure off of me, so I can do more. Taking another expansion. What's the units at? Has he built any more workers? He's at 31 workers to 23. With my mule call downs, I'm actually not doing that bad. He started producing more workers. I gotta do the same here pretty quick. Obviously, I got a lot on my mind right now after that crazy baneling attack. So I'm producing lots of tanks. I do need another factory. I mean, I don't have the gas to support it though, which is the only reason I didn't decide to do it yet. But if I've got 4 tanks queued up, I should be making a second factory, probably another barracks or 2 with reactors on it, just to build more and more marines. Because marines are going to be my cheap late game trade. Here I'm going to produce a planetary. I don't know if he knows about this yet. I send over 1 tank because I know that with a planetary and 1 tank, if he wants to send a giant kill army of banelings into it, he might as well, right? He's trading so cost and effectively right now. It's ridiculous. So if we go to, where's resources lost? Resources lost. Units lost. Look at the trade difference. He's lost more than double of what I have. And that's just because he's not spending enough money on what else is going on. He's building mulisks, which I completely disagree with. I mean, he did kill the missile turrets, and I didn't replace those because he didn't use mulisks, so I don't see the reason to spend the money on it. Guy's just hanging out. But I do have the missile turrets in the main. My main's covered, and I have my 1-2 marines against the 0-0 mulisks. I will destroy them. I'm throwing down a couple missile turrets back here, which is actually surprisingly great. I mean, he can pick away this planetary from the front if he wants to, but that really doesn't bother me. I'm going to send my marines down here in a second. I'm going for another drop at the same time. I'm going to take out the spawning pool. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the spawning pool, but I'm going to go for baneling kills again. It's just hilarious. I don't know if these marines know that they're being sacrificed in such a way, but it's fine with me. Kind of funny. I gotta leave that 1 marine behind just to say hi. And he gets chopped down. But he's building nothing right now. Look at his bank. Now he's finally building lings, but whereas, like, go into infestors if I'm going marines. Go into ultralisks because I don't have the composition. 5 ultralisks will take out a planetary. Good marines. Medevac's coming home. What am I scanning right now? Scan something. Oh, I scanned for this base here, and I didn't see anything. So, more banelings coming in. He's going to try to take out the planetary. I do have my tank, but he's unfortunately not in siege mode. Whoa, oh, he just got it too. That's so sad. Oh well. Moving along. He does stop this base from going down, which is smart. I canceled that to save my money. The tank does kill most of the stuff. I'm going to send down some troops to go down there clean that up. But this is such a weird game. Like, in my mind, I don't know why this guy thinks that mass baneling is going to work. And I think he's got to feel pretty salty that I'm actually kind of back in this game. Units-wise, 55 workers to my 35 plus mules, but I'm getting very mined out. This is done. I think I'm supply block. No, not yet. This is going to get mined out soon. Building another base. All I want to do is trade as cost effectively as possible. And it's funny that he didn't get the SCV out of all that. I'm going to run away my marines. I want him to chase the marines, right? I don't want him to go after other stuff. See, I'm fine with that trade. That trade cost me so little. That cost me 2 tanks to take out like 30 banelings. That was a great trade for me. Broodlords at this point would have been devastating. I have 1 starport that I used to make a couple of medevacs. And look at his money right now. He's floating 4,000 minerals. Did he drone up well enough? 55. Which he's got lots of banks, so I don't disagree with that. But at this point, if you're Zerg, throw down a couple of spine crawlers, some spore crawlers to stop drops. He's got no static defenses, and if I've dropped in the main a couple times, 2 crawlers and a couple of 2 spores and 2 spines will really slow down a drop enough for you to get back and not lose your tech. So now I'm going to back up and defend this planetary even further. I'm loading up a massive drop, including tanks. Is that a changeling? That might be the luckiest changeling ever. That is the luckiest changeling ever. That's so sick. But if you actually notice, in all this time, I managed to get the supply lead. I just keep chugging out Marines, keep popping out tanks, and I'm trading really cost effectively. My tanks are 0-1, my Marines are 2-1, so my upgrades are atrocious. He's going up to 3-3-3. I don't know why he hasn't done anything about me trying to do these drops. What I want to do is kill his cat. So once again, he's going to send his army home. I'm going to siege up my tanks. I'm going to try to kill off these tech structures. Down goes the lair. And I do pick up all my Marines, because you got to trade so many banelings to take out tanks. So let's go back to resources lost again. How am I so bad at this? Units lost. Units lost, he's still more than double me. Oh, I got another attack down here. I just sent a small ragtag group of units. 2 spine crawlers would have taken care of this. Instead now, he's going to lose all this effectiveness of this base. He's going in for another big attack. Sure, he took out the planet. What the fuck is this queen doing here? He still hasn't reacted to these. I might actually take out this base. Yeah, he killed another base, but this one's done. It's ready to go down pretty quick. Do I have another command center being made? No, I don't. Ugh. Am I gonna get this? Oh, that's so sick. I wasn't paying attention to these guys at all. But I go for another drop with these Marines from before. I'm gonna take out all this tech. I want to kick out this because it's so important to take out. You know, I don't want him to get infestors. Kills a small group of Marines I was sending around. Just keeping them over there. I killed the spire. I killed the infestation pit. I'm gonna kill both his evolution chambers. Though he got most of his upgrades. Pardon me. He's finally starting to get static defenses, but he doesn't have units right now. That was a great hold position, Micro. Get the queen. Yeah, I got the queen. These guys are in the best spot possible. They're sandwiched against 2 buildings, so they'll kill as much as they can. I don't know where my medevacs. Did they run away yet? Yeah, they're running away. If we look at supplies, it's about even. I'm making 2 command centers. This guy's going up to a planetary. I'm making another 2 in here. These are just about done. He's still got a giant bank. If we go to the units tab again, 52 drones to 28 SCVs. Transferring over to my new base. Getting my gas. I don't know what that queen's doing. Now you might kill off a couple of Marines there. Oh, that's the luckiest Marine ever. Something else this guy never did was actually get Burrow. I'm pretty sure he didn't get Burrow. Burrow's so cool to put on each base, just to guard. Put 1 zergling on each base just to see what's going on. I scan ahead to make sure there's not baneling landmines, which I've not run into in the lower leagues. But also to see that I'm not running into a big baneling wall. He hasn't rebuilt his baneling nest yet, though. Oh, I've got +2 attack on my tanks now. I'm sieging up the tanks in a great spot. Down goes that base because they had low health anyways. Is this guy really going to attack into this? He does try to target down the tanks, which is good. But the major DPS is in the Marines. So he's really getting cornered. I do have this base up. This base is doing well. This one's pretty much mined out, but I did move most of my workers, so it's economical. I'm gonna take out this base, siege up my tanks. So they're in a good spot. I scanned this just to see what was going on, and sure enough, I see that's where this is his entire economy. If we look at the income tab, I've now taken the lead. He's mining nothing there. He's mining good from here. but he's really not producing very economically. Gonna take out the other spawning pool, which is great. He did finally build some more banelings. I tried to load up with my medevacs, but his zerglings are keeping them away. This is a good note for Terran players. If your guys are trapped, you gotta move your medevacs over that army if you want to be getting those medevacs. He doesn't come after the tanks, so I'm just gonna pick them up. And away we go. I've got a very good supply lead. I've got triple orbitals. This guy's really got to go to a planetary soon. I'm not building any more workers, though I probably should. I don't know what this guy thinks of me. Maybe he thinks I'm doing just as bad as he is, but truthfully, I'm not. Like, I'm actually doing really good right now. One moment of hesitation. He might have been able to take out that planetary if he didn't stutter step for 1 second. And he loses those banelings. Very shitty. So I'm gonna unload all my stuff. This is a pretty sick army at this stage of the game, with this low econ kind of game. So I'm just gonna go over and take out this base. This is most of what he's got left. This base is done. Siege up your tanks. That way you've got control of space. Ah, no mouse. So that goes down. I expect him to have a big army behind this. He's got lots of money, but he really doesn't. If we go to the units tab, I've got the worker lead. He's got 4 lings, 20 lings coming. 1 muta, 1 queen, 1 overseer. The overseer's up here. I don't know where his mutas are. He's had them for a while. I really don't know. So I got a planetary up because behind this, keep another plan, right? If this, I'm actually expecting this army to maybe die at some point. So behind this, more tanks, more marines. Keep going with your next army. I'm sending down just a small ragtag group just to scout, look for bases. I see a pretty good chunk of army. So I'm going to wait to see if this guy comes after me. I'm going to back up my marines, throw a few in the front, just to be able to scout and see. What's this guy doing? It's not a good trade. Send those guys back home. He does have a 4th base up. I have this marine over here just scouting. I did send these marines just to see what was going on. What did I scan anyways? Oh, I scanned to see this base was new again. Probably should go for some more medevacs and some more drops. But at this point, I know I'm in the lead. I'm just going to send... I'm not even going to try to disguise this medevac. I'm just going to send it straight across the middle of the map. I don't know why he's killing these rocks right now. It doesn't really help him. Corona burps. And he leaves the game. I don't know if he saw that the medevac coming through. He must have. But... never give up and never surrender. That's all I gotta say. This game, my failed cheese, my no expansion, his harass, no economy, his massive baneling push. This game was for this guy for like the first 20 minutes. And then you gotta trade cost effectively. Tanks, planetary fortresses, and I just stuck in there. So if there's a will, there's a way. Hopefully you guys like that. We'll talk to you later.